job is to introduce you to this year's Silicon Valley Index. And my primary goal will be to orient you to the index, to give you a sense of how it's evolved over time and what you can expect to see in it this year. Now, believe it or not, this year marks the 32nd annual Silicon Valley Index. A lot has changed in the Valley over that time, as you can imagine. It was just a few years ago that we were working from home in our pajamas. And now I think it's safe to say that we are a little confused in our recalibration. And you'll see this across all of the metrics, really, that we present in the index, this recalibration of our new normal. Now, if you'll step into a time capsule with me for a second here, these are some snippets from some of our earliest Silicon Valley Index reports. Here we see in 1994, we were saying, headline, vehicle delays declining. And it might interest you to know that our delays are now about 4 times what they were back in 1994. Here we are, a small percentage of schools connected to the internet, 13%. In fact, my classroom in Palo Alto was one of the lucky few. There's a headline we haven't seen in a while. Housing affordability improving. That one's a doozy. And this one I picked particularly because it's in direct contrast to something that you will hear today. This was us reporting in 2002 that our birth rate was actually bolstering the region's population growth, and that is no longer the case. Now, these snippets really illustrate why it's important for us to track the data continuously over time, because when you're in a region as dynamic as Silicon Valley that's ever changing, the story matters. Some of you may have already noticed that we've made some changes to the index this year. The main one being we took it down from over 200 pages to under 100. And I promise you, we didn't just do less work. We actually Marie Kondo'd it. We held each chart in our hands and we closed our eyes and we said, does this give me joy? And it's actually not all that far from the truth, because those of you who know this method know that you don't just pick and choose what you want to take out of your closet. You take everything out, you put it in a giant heap, and then you carefully and meticulously choose what you want to put back in. And that is what we did this year. There are a lot of things that haven't changed about the index, namely the structure. It's going to look really familiar to you. We look at all sorts of metrics across people, economy, society, place, and governance. And these regional economic and community health indicators are meant to be timely and relevant. We want them to be wide-ranging across all these topics, useful to our users, to you, our region's decision makers, our region's leaders. And I always say this, but we really want it to be better every year. And this last one, we feel very strongly that every single metric in the index is deeply rooted in our mission and values as an organization. The index is actually just one tool that the Institute uses to provide the analytical foundation for our region's decision makers, for all the good work that's happening here. And this holistic picture of all of these different indicators together that help tell the Silicon Valley story is just one piece of the puzzle. We do a lot of other things throughout the year. We have hundreds of indicators that we curate throughout the year that we put online on the SiliconValleyIndicators.org website. We hope that you use this data hub. This data hub is your source for all of the data, all of the sources, all of the methodological notes, and also all of the beautiful charts that you see in the index for the extra data sets that aren't in the actual publication. They are online and they're accessible to you for your use in your own presentations and whatnot. You might have also noticed that we started putting out a pretty steady stream of content in different formats, particularly this year. We've been putting out a lot of short form reports, blog posts, spotlights to indicators on our data dashboard. These are coming out on a pretty regular basis, and we always say that every indicator in the index has a much larger story to tell, and we can't dive that deep in one report, and we do it in these short form reports, and we hope that you're taking a look at them. If you are not, scroll down to the bottom of our home page and you can subscribe to our mailing list. That's the best way to see these reports when they come out. You can also, of course, follow us on social media, particularly LinkedIn and Facebook. Now, Appendix A. You guys are going to think I'm joking, but Appendix A is gold. I've never loved an appendix like I love Appendix A. Appendix A is going to answer all of your initial questions. When you look at a chart and you're not exactly sure what you're looking at, you're not exactly sure how it might differ from other metrics of its kind, this is where to look first. We try to be transparent in everything we do, but all of these methodological notes are also online and available to you. You can also contact us. We're very open to it. If you have questions, suggestions, ideas, we want to hear it from you, and you can email us at institute@jointventure.org at any time.